Alright, here we are. Let's see if we actually get the kill here on turn 21. Got an ult onto Therion. We want a Neogist onto Therion. We're out of Berserk, so A2 is not the main damage dealer here. We want to go ahead and use Lycon, which we've saved. This has been a very scuffed clear. Our second break was basically a recovery break because some bad things happened. And I had to break in a bad time, and I misclicked, causing a problem, which would have made the break very, very, very bad. So I decided to just set up and go to the next. This clear has been pretty crazy. Let's go, baby! Let's go, Therion God strikes again. Did you see that damage pop off? I sure did. Let's go. Let's go through the loadout. I know this is not the whole fight, but ultimately I don't care. I hope you enjoy this and the slight explanation I'm about to give on the strategy. You can use Fiore Ex on this fight, and it's cool, but at the same time, it just doesn't feel fun. Whereas this party is a blast. So the theory on this party is Rinyu can raise in a pinch if Therion dies, and Therion's the one that's in danger. And I'll explain why he's the one in danger. So Canary obviously dodges everything. I've got the BOA accessory on Solon, so he is going to be in the front, not that much, so he's not going to be targeted. He's pretty much always going to have stacks unless the fight goes long, in which case you're probably losing anyway. So LOL, he's safe. LOL, she's safe. Rinyu has the New York accessory, which is a whale accessory. I used to whale. I'm not really whaling anymore. But ultimately, if Therion dies, I can bring her, I can raise her, and then get her to the back before the 5 stacks go away. So she's pretty safe. Therion's in danger because I have no way to make him dodge, but he has HP Thief, so I made him slow enough with Gertrude's accessory that gives minus 50 speed so that Gertrude's first action goes and then Therion attacks. So unless he gets bopped on the first hit, before the final phase, he's not going to die. Like, until she has 3 actions, he's just not going to die with HP Thief. So there's that. Also, I'm max debuffing with Canary and Therion on, physical attack down. I've got A2 on Piercing Strike and Canary on her debuff, so that's max physical defense down. Bargello's buffing, Primrose is buffing and ulting. Bargello, I equipped with Sidestep. So I take time to max Sidestep him, which does drag the clear out just a little bit, but it makes it so much safer that it actually works. So he's not going to die. Additionally, there's the new accessory that we got as part of the crossover that when you move to the front, you get physical dodge stacks. So Primrose has some level of safety, and I put a lot of HP on her, including a Dia A4 LOL. That is 400 more HP than others have, but you could go harder into your HP Fortune Staff. I decided to make her slower and focus on E-attack a little bit because I wanted to make sure that her heals still are valuable because I'm burst healing with her as well. So I did bring Bolstering Smoke. On certain turns I know that are dangerous, I can just max Bolstering Smoke, give you an extra defense to tack onto Rinyu's defensive prayer, because I'm using Rinyu in defensive mode in this to reduce damage so that I might survive 2 hits, which is important because A4, A2 here has 5,500 HP, so with that defense buff, she can actually survive 2 hits, and the 3rd hit would proc Hang Tough. Ideally, you do not get that procced until the last phase, or at all, so that you can go with confidence into your final turn. Therion being the most dangerous. Triple Healing Cleave is pretty much a death sentence. So there is that. I hope that you enjoyed this particular turn of the clear. Another option here would be to do like Chloe. There's also Chloe Sonya lanes, Sonya Primrose lanes. I elected to not run her in this one, and part of the reason for that is I did use Sonya in my EX2 clear, and I was not using Solon. And as you can see, the max damage in one turn was actually higher, but that's also because the buffs, the debuffs were better, and the spike damage on Bargello was basically perfect as a result, and A2 was able to pop off. There's also less danger in this one because there's more HP, so the 2 break and then a little bit of a scuffed frenzy. This was a firm 3 break, so I was not able to keep buffs up, which is why the max damage in one turn is a little bit lower. It's not really because of Solon. Solon actually increases your first break. If you double Solon, it would be even better. But ultimately, there's not a lot of difference between the three. I mean, a couple 100,000, but part of that is because my best break turn, A2 was already past Berserk, which is where a lot of that damage is missing. And generally in this mode where I'm taking the time to buff him, to give him dodge stacks, Bargello dodge stacks, that's time I'm not applying buffs, so things tend to drop, so you lose a little bit of damage. So it's actually feels pretty nice to get that much damage in with a purely defensive setup, whereas here I actually had her offensive prayer going on one of these. So that's probably, that's a pretty big difference in the damage there. So this is completely defensive. It was a lot of fun. It was still 21 turns. Which I feel pretty good about considering I didn't use Fiore Ex. That's just really nice. Feel free to hit me up on Twitch if you want some tips or pointers or just want some help building a different kind of comp, because I had some other ideas. I was thinking of using, like I said, Chloe Sonya lane or even Sonya Primrose lane, moving Bargello to Therion's spot. And then, going from there, keeping Solon, cutting Solon. There's a lot of options that you can do there, but it's a lot of fun. Canary is amazing. If you don't have Canary, then I'd probably just use Fiore Ex, to be honest with you, but you could try like Sonya, and just, have like a flipping lane. But in any case, hope you enjoyed it. I'll show off the equips real quick, just showing them off. There's all of the things. Yes, I have Canary A4. Yes, I have Nicole A4, although it's pretty irrelevant in this fight. It's just for the dagger damage on Therion, the 15% plus his 10%. He's only 5% off max. A2, A4, that's Nona A4 just for the HP and the P attack. Titus A4, Bargello A4. Idia A4 just for the HP. The taunt doesn't even work in this fight. Of course, here we have the BOA A4, and we have the New Year's A4 or accessory, whatever. And then we have the the SP region stuff and the postcard. Pretty standard 4-star A4s, although I'm not using White Wolf Emblem, which I would have liked to have used to pump up A2. But I found the SP region was necessary. Additionally, SP region necessary here because I am using Perseverante like 6 times in this fight, and I'm using Bargello ult every time I can, which means I'm using Canary ult every time, and so on and so forth. So just ults abounding, although I don't use Therion's ult at all, which is kind of unfortunate because his ult's kind of cool. But in any case, enjoy. Take care.